Hello, John Sakars here with my friend Fabienne.
Hi.
We met online and now we're hanging out in real life, and that's wonderful. And we're both vegan. Fabienne, what inspired you to go vegan and when did you go vegan?
I went vegan about 10 years ago, and before that, I was vegetarian for 10 years. And it basically started when I became an activist. And at some point, I realized that it's very controversial to become like an animal rights activist and still consume like meat. No, like dairy and like cheese products and stuff like that. And yeah, but I didn't know any other vegan, so it was very hard in the beginning. But as I know, like once I knew all the stuff that's going on with the animals, once you have that knowledge, you cannot avoid, the consequences. And the only logical consequence for me was to go vegan. So.
Excellent. And I hear many vegans say, in their opinion, being vegan isn't enough. We need to do something. We need to promote veganism. And one thing I know we've both done is college leafletting, going to colleges and universities and handing out leaflets to the students. Some people say they're a little nervous about doing that. They have maybe approach anxiety. Do you have any advice for new leafletters?
Well, I would advise new leafletters to go leafletting for the very first time with a professional from Vegan Outreach, for example, or from Farm or whatever organization you support, because they can really teach you how to do it. Because I leafleted a lot in my life, but when I came here to California, I was hanging out with Vic Shardine from Vegan Outreach, and he asked me the first time, "So have you leafleted before?" And I said, "Yeah, of course." And he said, "Okay, show me how you do it." And I did it, and like only half of the people really took a leaflet. And then he was like, "Okay, you have to change that a little bit." And he showed me how to do it, and it's like, 99% of the people take a leaflet now. It doesn't mean that everybody goes vegan, but the more people, the more that take a leaflet, the more read it, and the more you have a chance that some people go vegan. Yeah. And especially like on college campuses, people are very open-minded. So they're like in a transition of their own, like, to find themselves, like the students and all that. So, and it was also about my time when I became a vegan. So I guess that's like the right time in somebody's life when they are leaving their parents' house at some point, and then you make your own decisions, and yeah.
I learned a lot leafletting with Vic Shadeen too. Hello, Vic.
Hi, Vic.
Some people they say that if they're nervous if they hand out leaflets, so somebody might be mean, they might say something mean to me. But it's in my experience, it's very rare.
Well, I mean, it was more like stupid stuff, like, "Oh, I don't take your leaflet. I'm going to McDonald's now and eat some burger or whatever." But it's so stupid. I mean, you don't even like focus on the next person. And even one thing that I learned from Vic is like really important. If somebody rejects your whatever you are giving them, just give him like thumbs up and focus on the next person, and don't like, don't worry about that. And you have to just do it for the animals, and don't care whether or not you get rejected or not. So, and if you give them thumbs up, then the person that comes next after that one thinks, "Oh, he already got it," or whatever, and so then he takes it. And it's like, it makes you like being like cool about it, whether or not they take it. So.
Excellent advice. I do the same thing, the thumbs up for sure. And I just want to say something about your baked goods. Wow, I've had some cupcakes and cookies you've made. And I'm sure you'd agree that you don't have to put ovulations from hens into baked goods, and they can taste even more delicious.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're like no cholesterol, like low. They have some sugar in it, but low fat and especially no animal fat. So it's like a healthy alternative, right? Yeah. Which one did you like the best? Which one did you like the most?
Maybe the peanut butter cookie, but they're all really fantastic.
Yeah, more in the fridge.
It's my lucky day. This past summer, I attended the National Animal Rights Conference in Washington, D.C., and I had a great time. And you have a conference. Would you like to talk about that?
Sure. Actually, the National Animal Rights Conference is where we first met, right?
That's right.
So, yeah. So, I'm organizing with a small group of people the International Animal Rights Conference, which takes place every September in Luxembourg. And for those who don't know where Luxembourg is located, it's like in between Germany, France, and Belgium. So, and it's very in the center of Europe, so it makes it very easy to get people from all the different countries, which is our goal, to have like people represented there from all over the world. And especially we're looking for people from Asia, because you don't hear really much about what's going on in India and Japan and China, for example. So we are always looking to have people from all over the world at the same place, and all the people who are there. It's definitely smaller than the conference in the U.S., but all the people who are there are really like badass activists, like activists in their daily life, and not most of them don't work for an organization. They are like just like in their free time. That's what they do, like, and they dedicate their whole life to animal rights. Yeah.
Excellent. One of my favorite ways to promote veganism is just by wearing vegan T-shirts. It's they're awesome, awesome conversation starters, and it's a nice way to meet fellow vegans. Sometimes I'll be out somewhere and they'll say, "Hey, I like your shirt," and I'll say, "Are you vegan too?" And yeah, and I see that you have some awesome shirts that you've designed.
Yeah, I the funniest shirt that I sell is "Say moo if you like vegans too," and it's like really a fun design. And once I walked out of an elevator and there was somebody mooing at me, like moo moo. They're like, "What's going on?" And then I realized that I was wearing that shirt. But yeah, it's like a good way to spread out the word, and you don't have to do anything. Even for people who are uncomfortable talking to strangers about the veganism and all that, it's easy. I mean, you just wear your shirt, and I hear reactions all the time. Like people walking behind me and like, "What is it? What does it mean, vegan?" And like they talking to each other. And then I turn around and give them a leaflet. So it's really, yeah, it's a good way to be an activist like that.
Definitely, and you have bumper stickers as well.
Yeah, like for example, the baby on board. I have it for vegans on board, which is really cool because I mean, can you imagine like if you have like your car parked in a shopping mall in a parking lot, and like every second car would have that sticker on it, and everybody would like, oh, so many vegans are here, because that's always what people think, like, oh, vegans are like such a very small percentage of people, but there are more vegans than you think, right? And the more and more people become vegan over the years, right? Yeah.
And you mentioned earlier that we are in California, Woodland Hills, Los Angeles, California, and you're originally from Luxembourg, and I'm from Canada, so we're both new to California, and it's really beautiful here.
I love it. It's like it's been my dreams for so long to live here, and I came here like every time when I'm on vacation. I spent my vacation here in California, and now I moved here about 5 months ago. Yeah.
Great. I feel that life is about having fun, having adventures, and doing something to help others, to help make the world a better place. You'd probably agree with that.
Totally. I mean, for me, like I don't care about many stuff like materialistic stuff. I just want to be happy, and that's the most important thing. Like happy and healthy, and that is what veganism stands for, right? I mean, it makes you happy to know that you're doing the right thing. And it makes you healthy, so everything's good.
Yeah, absolutely. So thanks for chatting. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Well, I'm sure you're going to post the website of the conference, right? So it's going to be the second weekend of September in Luxembourg, and until the last day of April, we have the cheaper participation fee, like registering. So if people want to register before May, that's a good idea. So it's only $30, I think, right now. And then after that, it's going to be $50, and yeah. So, but you should come. We also have a concert at the venue on Saturday. So it would be so cool to have you there to perform. I love your songs. I think I'm your biggest fan.
Oh, that's very nice. Thank you. I'm your fan too. So thank you very much.
Thanks.
I'm trying to talk you into dancing a little bit in one of my videos, maybe. Maybe if I'm lucky, that'll happen.
We'll see about that.
Okay.
Thanks.
High five, and
High
thanks for
five.
being vegan and spreading the good word about veganism.
Yeah, go vegan.
Okay, go vegan.